Sagittarius, welcome in. This is Intuitive Niche. I'm working on the old computer, but I'm going to catch up somehow here. Anyways, Intuitive Niche. All my readings are free, timeless, and for entertainment purposes only. You know I did the 3x3. 3 hard shuffle, 3 soft shuffle. 3 cards off the top for the start of this reading. I am using my brand new deck I just got yesterday. It is called Witches of the Moonlight Forest Oracle Deck for you, Sagittarius. Just for you today. And of course, if I feel called to any other deck while I'm sitting here, we'll do that too. Oh, it's been such a week, but this Mercury retrograde is driving me crazy. And today we got something else going in reverse. I saw it on my phone somewhere. Like Astrobella's telling me, yeah. Oh, this reversals. Okay, so we have Mercury in retrograde. We are 7 days out from the new moon. Yeah, time to get setting intentions. Let's see what this deck has for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, interesting. Okay, first card off the top of the deck. The light is enough. You don't need to add more to what already holds. You do not need to add more to what already holds. The light is enough. All right, Sagittarius. Second card off the top of this deck, the gentle current. You do not need to know where it leads, only how it carries you. All right, the gentle current. And the third card off the top, holding the line. You do not move. The world adjusts. Wow. All right, so the light is enough. The gentle current, you do not need to know where it leads, only how it carries you. And holding the line, you do not move. The world adjusts. Very interesting. Let's see if there's any other cards. For clarifier, Sagittarius. The light is enough. You don't need to add more. Wow. Alright, well, held at full bloom is the next card. Some things don't need to keep growing to remain alive. Okay. Held at full bloom. The light is enough. I keep going over that in my mind. I'm trying to figure it out. Sagittarius, when the work is set in motion, is the name of this card. The bottles are sealed. The sky has begun to answer. What was prepared no longer waits for your hands. Okay. When the work is set in motion, the bottles are sealed. The sky has begun to answer. What was prepared no longer waits for your hands. Okay. And the quiet bond. Another card that fell. You are not meant to face this moment alone. Strength grows where trust is quietly shared. Now, are you feeling it? I'm not sure if you are. The mirror is ready. It's another card that fell for clarifying. The space is prepared. What you see comes next. Alright. The mirror is ready. The quiet bond is about trust. Holding the line means you stay unstill. The gentle current, you need to know how it carries you. The light is enough. You don't have to add more. And held at full bloom kind of goes with that light. The light is enough. Some things don't need to keep growing to remain alive. And when the work is set in motion, the bottles are sealed, the sky has begun to answer. So you are getting responses. You are getting information. It's downloading. And you are in action, okay? Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire. You take action. And this is telling me to stop taking action. whatever it is you're working on, leave it there and let it do what it's supposed to do without your help. The space is prepared. What you see comes next in the mirror. So you are supposed to step back now. You've done all the work. The light is there. The sky is ready. The universe is answering your questions. And I feel like, Sagittarius, you are doing too much now. You're not allowing the messages in. You are not taking the moment, bottom of the deck, the quiet tending. What you care for continues to live. Held at full bloom, some things don't need to keep growing to remain alive. But what you neglect quietly fades. So what are you giving attention to when you need to step back? This is the bottom of the deck. You need to step back and let things fall the way they will. This is a very interesting deck, my new deck here. When something answers you, you're not hearing it, Sagittarius. You weren't searching, something simply began to answer. So in that instant, you weren't looking for anything, but you started getting message, red flags. You might have noticed something was happening. You might have received more than you expected in a situation. I don't mean material-wise, okay? You started paying attention to something that didn't need your attention, because some things don't need your attention. Some things need you to step back and let them fall. I keep getting the message in my head that's, let it fall, will it? I can't get the metaphor, I'm sorry. Let things fall. Just let them fall. That's what you need to do. This is how I'm feeling. You need to step back and be quiet. You need to do the minimum. Relax your mind and your heart and your soul. Tend to the things that matter to you right now. And do minimal in the situation that you're in. Let me shuffle up this tarot deck to get more clarifiers. I think it makes sense to me. I mean, this is the first time I'm using this deck, so bear with me. But I feel like the universe is telling you that there are some things that do need your attention, and you're not giving those things your attention. You're minding the deck on something else that should run itself, should take care of itself. You've done your part of it, and it needs to grow without your help. And if it doesn't, there's a problem in that, not with you. Alright, so let's see with the Lunar Tarot deck here, since it's all in shadow here with the moon and Mercury retrograde. Let's see what falls out. Five of Wands, so a disagreement coming. You disagree with something. I think it's you. But Six of Pentacles is about sharing and receiving gifts. Sharing your gifts with somebody, and somebody disagrees with you. So you're going to step back and let them fall. Not you. You're going to tell them what... Somebody is actually going to ask your opinion, your thoughts, your ideals in the situation that you're in. And you're going to give them the answer bluntly, directly, just like any other Sagittarius would. And like the mirror says, the space is prepared. What you see comes next, and you see it. They don't. So you tell them what you see. You let that flow. You're going to let that flow in the current and see where it lands. I feel a big crash coming, but you got to hold your line, which means they're going to bluntly say, what the hell is your problem? And you're going to tell them bluntly what the hell your problem is. And you're going to tell him why. You're going to tell him what he needs to do, and that you're tired of the bullshit. He, she, whoever, okay? Maybe for you, Sagittarius. Because they're going to be dumb enough to ask. Because they don't really understand what the problem is. They don't see it, they don't understand it, and it's not your problem, it's their problem. It's something they neglect, they don't pay attention to, they allow to keep happening. They keep saying, okay, it's all right, to whoever, right? I'm not sure what your situation is, but I'm going to tell you what you're going to do about it in a minute. What is, oh boy, comes to the floor, comes to the door. So here we go, Sagittarius. I just dropped like 4 cards. Sagittarius. Any other cards coming from this deck for Sagittarius outcome? Yikes. So yeah, those cards are beautiful cards, and I want you, when the work is set in motion, the bottles are sealed, the sky has begun to answer. What was prepared no longer waits for your hands. Remember that. You did the work. You set the wheels in motion. You followed the guidelines. You lit the way. You reviewed what was in the mirror and what you saw. You held the line, basically. And then now you're going to let it flow. And let's see what these cards say. I'll be right back. I hope I'm making sense. All right. Ace of Pentacles is a new venture. It's a venture that is being missed on their end. An opportunity that's right from with this sharing gift. They're disagreeing with what you are saying. So, 8 of Swords, restriction. They're being held back by their own stupidity. Yes, I said that out loud. And the 6 of Swords, which would help them move forward and correct the issue, is in reverse. Okay? So, the transition in 6 of Swords, moving forward away from troubled times, they are not moving forward, they're moving backwards. They are thinking what they're doing is right, but they have no freaking clue what they're doing. Okay, Sagittarius, 8 of Cups. You did your part. You helped. You laid it out. Whether they liked it or agreed with it or not, too bad. But you were right. And they don't get that. You're right about what you said and what you did and the action you took. You were right. And they are wrong. Whoever they is. And they don't understand until it all falls apart. You just have to let it fall apart. And possibly walk away from it. So let it fall. I wish I could think of that metaphor. I'll think of it after I'm done with the video, that's why. Bottom of this deck, 4 wands. 11. You'll be celebrating something. Because the clarification's going to come through. And they're going to confirm everything you told them. Everything you gave as advice for them to do. Every direction you gave, every point of view you gave is going to be reiterated to them by somebody above them. By the person who sees exactly what you see and says exactly what you say, probably in a different way. Yours will come off sarcastic because that's just who you are, Sagittarius. But, again, a star card always comes through. This is an air sign. Logical thinking, getting this shit done, is involved in knowing the truth. And when people don't want to face the truth because they are wrong, they want to do everything they can to prove that they are right. And now it's going to blow up in their face. So let it fall. You'll celebrate in the end. I don't know what you'll be celebrating. But you will be celebrating. And unfortunately for them, something that's going to break their heart. It could be business, it could be love, it could be a multitude of other things, but Sagittarius, you know what you're going through at this moment in time, so of correlate it. If you resonate, leave me comments. Ask me questions, I'll answer them. In this reading, 3 of Wands. Moving overseas, going on a voyage. Let's see what else I feel here. The Chariot. The Chariot is a fast-moving, determined vehicle in your life that is pushing you along to where you need to be. And by trying to hold you over, be strong. Because you got to deal with stupidity. And it is going to collapse right in front of you, and you're going to watch them fall. I don't mean physically. I don't believe physically anybody's going to get hurt. I feel like, though, the reveal is coming with the Page of Pentacles. Yep, Earth sign. Somebody's going to back your ass up and deliver 10 of Cups. Harmony. So it's coming, okay? I hope that you understood what I was trying to explain. You try to keep going and doing. You're the action Sagittarius, but I'm telling you to step back, cross your arms, and give them that look, and keep doing it until you have to take an action. And it's not going to be because they want you to. It's because there will be another direction for you to take action in. Yeah. And that is going to cause them even more grief because they don't understand the opportunity you're getting. Yeah, that's yours, Sagittarius. It is a gift and you will share, but they will not be part of that because they are still dealing with the 6 of Swords in reverse, which means they will be going backwards. Maybe a demotion. Maybe literally going backwards in their lives. Relearning lessons that they didn't learn the first time. And that is the only way this will ever go back the right way so they can move away from it. They haven't learned their lesson yet. They haven't. And that's why they disagree with you, Sagittarius. But you know, you got this. You are all about the facts right now. You may not have air sign in you, but you definitely got the facts. And they ain't going to like it. And you know, you ain't giving up hope on that. That's your opportunity. That's your gift. That's your opportunity, not theirs. They blew it. They blew it. And their ego got in the way. So you go with the flow. Okay? You hold the line and go with the flow. Watch it fall. Let it fall. Don't try to fix it. Do exactly what you've been doing. The quiet tending and the quiet bond. Just take care of you. Do your bare minimum of the rest of it. And when they all say, what the fuck to you, you can say, what? I told you. You didn't want to hear it. Treated me like I didn't know anything. And now you got to deal with the fallout. Because you the one with the big badge. Or you the one who thought you knew it all. Honor what cannot be tamed. True connection begins when you stop trying to soften what was never meant to be yours to shape. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me read that to you. Honor what cannot be tamed. That means let that shit go. True connection begins when you stop trying to soften what was never meant to be yours to shape. Yeah. So, you let them fall. Not your monkeys, not your circus. You don't even have to worry about the contemplation of it. You already know what you need to do, Sagittarius. And with that, we're sending you on down VENETIA399 if you would like a reading, a Reiki session, or jewelry that I create. If you would like to reach out to discuss any possibility of a personal reading, we could do that. Please leave me comments, watch some videos. I need to get many more subscribers, and I know that I got a bunch of you out there, and I haven't been really struggling since Mercury retrograde with my technology. My other computer won't record. I had to use my phone. I lost sound on something else. So Mercury is really doing a number to me. But I'm not giving up. I'm coming back. So Sagittarius, this is your reading. Beware of technology issues because they are so bad right now. And even I'm home, and it happened to me at work as well. So, and I have to do trainings for other people. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have to use a totally different thing to do it with. I'm glad I've only got a couple people coming, but it's terrible because, it's not meant to be that way, and the setup isn't meant to be the way I have to use it backwards because technology sucks. But anyways, if you're not following me, start following me now, because we are going to make improvements in our life, connect, and I always am here for my subscribers and my believers, and even if you don't believe, it's okay. If you don't like me as a reader, that's okay too. If you don't resonate with this reading, that is fine too. There are so many of us out there that maybe you will connect with somebody else. Please feel free to move on. And I will always be here to help you if there is anything I can help you with. Love and light to you, Sagittarius, and have a wonderful, wonderful 10 to 20 days. I'll be back on TikTok next time.